Welcome to the channel. This is Go, Ready, and welcome to the 2022 Toyota Gazoo Racing GT Cup round number 5. Tonight we are at the Fuji International Speedway and we're in another road car. This time it's the 2020 version GR Suprz RZ. Quite a fun car to drive, even though I was not super fast in it. And if I'm not super fast in it, well, I've got my work cut out for me because I need to beat 245 points to move up on the board, sitting there 10th domestically, 14th overall. This the second to last race in the series, wrapping it up at Windmills in the Yaris, which will be a rally course. So that should be interesting. Now, lobby opens up again, another top split lobby, which means the points are available, but only if I do well. So like I always say, well, to do well, sometimes it helps to start off in a good position. So on the qualifier, I'm going to need to set a really good lap. Didn't really set it on fire in the time trials. Didn't really have much time to practice, as I kind of put all my eggs in the Porsche basket, and that didn't quite come to fruition. So as you can see, going a little wide there in turn one, a little bit late on the brakes. This course had the wind conditions on, so it wasn't always the exact same conditions you had in time trial. A 6.6 mile an hour tailwind probably pushed me a little bit hard through that corner. Now, staying tight here on the right side, trying to feather the throttle, making sure I don't roast the tires as we pinch it in tighter there as the corner closes out. Getting on the brakes there before the 50 board, trying again to get back in on that left apex and get on the throttle as early as possible. Push out wide here, but if you're not careful, you can get a little curb glitch right there and spin out the car. So always kind of held your breath when you pushed out wide through that corner. Holding it all the way down and gonna brake here just before the Dunlop board above my head. Drop it into third gear and absolutely torture the Super 6-cylinder engine as we leave it in third, coming back left, back on the throttle, cutting as much of that corner off as we head through this technical section of the Fuji International Speedway. Fourth gear through this corner, hugging it tight right here. Now, sometimes I was dropping it down in third right here to get a little extra rotation, get the car turned and pointed in the direction I want, then back up into fourth gear and throttle out through that corner. The last corner, pretty important, but one I struggled on a good bit in the Super. Just couldn't quite get the feel right for that corner. Get on the throttle there, coming out, let her push out to the curb. You see, I could have carried a good bit more speed right through there. And then head towards the finish line, cross the line with a 155.589, which I thought was a pretty darn good time. But look at that, a 154.190 is sitting at pole right there. So these guys, ridiculously fast in this road car. I was going to be starting in P14. So got my work cut out for me if I want to get the results that I need in this top split race as we get ready for another grid start. Will it be a dangerous one like in the Porsche Cup? In the back of my mind, kind of hoping so, because I'm pretty slow around here and I need all the help I can get. But it's not going to be due to me, as I'm not going to murder anyone into turn one. I'm going to take it a little bit cautiously. So slide over to the left-hand side after just dropping the hammer there with traction control 1 on. Get the traction control off as I head down into corner 1. Brake with plenty of time. We actually have a clean start to the race. So good job there by the top split drivers in this one, as they do not murder each other going into turn 1. Did not have a very good exit out of turn 1, however, so now I've got Scully all over the backside of me here, heading down through the left-hander into the long sweeping right-hander, just trying to catch up the group. Now, you know, past history would indicate that I'll be able to catch up to this group in the heavy braking zone as they're all trying to avoid not murdering each other. So if I can get my group just to kind of hang with me as I catch up to them, then we can be back with the pack. But Scully sends it down the inside, cuts the track, gets a half-second penalty there, and ruins my apex move. So I actually lose a little bit of speed coming out of that corner. Now I got Quackadilly Blip behind me, who had a little bit better time trial time than I did, so I know he's got good speed here. I get on the brakes hard right at the Dunlop sign, which is almost late, and my goodness, Sir Shred sends it down the inside, but he does back out of it, lets me back through, but unfortunately that let Quackadilly Blip through. So let's see what happened again as we head towards the hairpin here. You can see Sir Shred peeking down the inside. I think he just gets on the brake a hair late there. You see he gets on the brakes just after the Dunlop sign. Just can't get it stopped. Runs into Scully, runs me off into Quackadilly, and I let Quackadilly back on track. I moved out to the outside. Didn't want to shove him off into the grass. So jump in there behind Quackadilly. I'm like, well, if I'm faster than Quackadilly, it's not going to matter anyway, as I'm right here behind him. So if he's got better pace than me, he's just going to scurry on off into the distance. And, well, if I got better pace than him, I'll make the move back on him. Unfortunately, we lost contact with Scully thanks to that contact. So we're not going to be able to make the pass on him in the penalty zone, as that is only a half-second penalty. About the only penalty you can get away with here and not have the cars just eat you up before turn one. So Scully serves his penalty, and I have not had any in-race practice, so I realized late that I missed my braking point. Go way wide right, make sure I don't hit Quackadilly, and then I let off the brake onto the gas and avoid Scully and Quackadilly as I just send it between the two of them, kind of aim between the two of them, make sure I didn't murder him there. Now you can see I've lost a ton of time to the group in front, falling all the way back to 1.8 seconds. Old Gretty just making a big mistake there in corner one, mostly due to the fact that I did not get a chance to practice this race. So on to lap number 5. You can see I'm still about 1.92 seconds behind Quackadilly, and we got a couple folks behind us, and that is because there is a mandatory one-stop pit stop in this race, but you are not going to change tires or add fuel. You're just going to take your pit stop. On to lap number 9. I've actually gained a few tenths on Quackadilly as we kind of caught and lost each other as the race went on, but this is the lap we are going to pit on here in lap 9, and if you look behind me right there, Doodle, one of the race leaders right on the back bumper. Glad nothing crazy happened with him being behind me there as he came out of the pits right behind me. Now I'm about to head into the pits, so we'll switch positions again, and I go in, nice smooth line there to the right, back to the left, and almost run into Quackadilly as we go into the pits. Now this is a fairly long pit stop, as even at 4 times speed, you can see how long it takes for your car to finally come in, get your tires, and get on out. As we come out of the pits, you will see a 3-second penalty appear above Quackadilly Blip's head on the final lap, which means I will have a chance to possibly overtake him. And in front of him, Scully also had a penalty, but I couldn't see how long it was. So let's look at the entrance here by Scully into the pits as he goes in too fast, hits the wall, does a little wall ride, and I give that a 9 out of 10. Then Quackadilly says, watch this, that's not how you do it. He does a wall ride right here and really smashes the barrier. I give him a 10 out of 10, and here comes old Gretty following him in, and smooth like butter. That's a 0 out of 10 wall ride right there. So back onto the racing. All I have to do is stay within 3 seconds of Quackadilly, and I know that he is pushing hard because he knows he needs to put a 3-second gap on me before the finish line. So just trying to take the corners nice and smooth, not lose the car. And as we came around one of these corners, I did notice that Scully also had a 3-second penalty, but he is being held up by Manny and another driver up there in front of him, as he is right on their rear bumper, and they're having a little bit of a battle. So that's slowing them down, pulling them back towards me and Quackadilly. So there is the slightest chance that I might pick up 2 positions at the end of the race, and not only can I pull a did not finish last, I may pull a did not finish last or second to last or third to last. But to do that, I got to get through here without crashing my car and losing contact with Quackadilly, or heck, I may finish last. So keep it tight on the left side here. Again, opportunity to use third gear to rotate the car, stay to the inside, get to the apex, back on throttle, trying to hunt down Quackadilly Blip here in the final turn. He's got a 1.162 second lead. I take it nice and tight, cut some distance, get back on the throttle. Quackadilly going out really wide on that final turn here at Fuji, pulls a good 10th on me coming out of that final corner. Like I said, did struggle a little bit that final corner, then serves his penalty. I get a Gretty pass past Scully, a little heavenly intervention, get a Gretty pass times 2 and take it to P13 to finish the race. It wasn't my best race, and I was not that fast in this car, but I did enjoy the race. Did not move up in the rankings. You see, I'm now 13th domestically, 17th overall, so dropped a few spots, but really the goal here for me in this series, finish in that top 20. Just try and slowly move up the ranks there. So anyway, hope you enjoyed the racing. Hope you enjoyed all the action. If you did, hit the like and or subscribe. Come back and check out some more. For myself, Go Gretty. Y'all have a great evening. DJ Clean, take us out of here.